got it. How older actors can win big again. This is important. For you older actors, I want to know, when did you stop believing that your best role was still ahead of you? And what if I told you that belief was the only thing standing between you and your comeback? So, you know, I've been hearing this for the last week. Older actors, actors who were child stars, actors who had a great career early on in their, um, in their 20s and 30s, and then it just seemed like things dried up and they lost their way. So I want to give you some reasons why maybe you stopped um, believing in yourself, where you lost your confidence, and then we're going to have some solutions to help you after this. So, the first reason actors start losing their mojo and feeling less confidence is because of the ageism in the industry, right? They feel overlooked in a youth obsessed culture where older roles are fewer and less nuanced. But the truth is that as an actor, no matter what age you are, there is work for you. A lot of work. If you are willing to dig deep and keep going, you are going to work. So, ageism, don't let that hold you back, okay? Don't let it win. Number two, why sometimes actors over 40 lose heart is because they're comparing the present to the past. You know, you start comparing current struggles to past wins, and you forget that success isn't linear, it's only seasonal. You know, you have your ups, you have your downs. It's always going to be that way. You know, and if you're lucky, you have more ups than you do downs. Number three, you have outdated skill sets. You got to think in terms of what is going on in the world right now. The industry just keeps evolving, you know, and a lot of you haven't kept up with self tapes, how auditions are now run. Um, you're not keeping up with new acting techniques, and that's why you're feeling out of place, because your skill sets are outdated. And then you have that mindset of, oh well, I'm too old, I can't remember stuff, I can't do this, blah blah blah. That's a lie. Your story of why you can't is what is blocking you. Number four is, you know, you stopped acting for a while, you lost contact with your connections, you lost people in the industry, you don't have representation anymore. um, you feel like your network has just dried up and disintegrated, and that can make you feel like your career is over, but it is not. There are so many people out there for you to meet, so many new agents for you to get to know. So, loss of representation and loss of connection, you can make that up, okay? Number five, let's talk about physical changes. And this is huge for older actors, because you know, you were rolling. You were acting like you were the top banana. You were like, ooh, you were hot. You had those six pack abs. You had your boobies were perked up and ready to go. And now you've added a bunch of pounds. Let's be honest. You've added a bunch of pounds. You got the double chin, like me. You're getting older. The grays are setting in. Gravity is setting in. But that's not enough reason for you not to be acting. Number six, another story. There are fewer auditions. There's not enough work out there. So, what's in it for me? There's nothing in it for me. Nobody's going to cast me. another story that you give yourself. Number 7, you are technically intimidated. You're intimidated by having to do self tapes. You're intimidated having to be on social media. You're intimidated having to get on Zoom to do your interviews or your callbacks. And technology is not only overwhelming you, it is kicking your behind. And you're feeling like you've been left back. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Number 8, the financial pressure. And this is another huge one. These are all huge. They're all huge. Acting isn't paying the bills anymore. So you got to think of other things to do. And can I tell you, when acting is paying the bills, you still should be thinking of having other income coming in to help you for those down moments. Number 9, you hate being typecasted. You hate being pigeonholed. You don't want to be stuck in the grandmother or the judge or the grandfather or the old sage, and you are feeling like you're robbed of the deepness of character. So you're not going to act anymore. Number 10, you lack a supportive community. You feel alone. You feel disconnected. You feel like, the other actors that you were rolling with are now out of your reach. They've gotten to another level and you haven't. And so the isolation can kill your creative momentum as well. All right. So we just went through all the reasons why you are telling yourself you can't have a career after 40. It is over. It is done. No más para mí. No puedo hacerlo más. That's a lie. I'm going to give you some ways for you to rebuild your confidence, for you to rekindle your career, and hopefully not only rekindle it, but have it on fire so that you have a flourishing career. Number 1 is getting back into an acting class, working on your craft. There are some of you who were very lucky, and I know a lot of you who were very lucky that you started working early and you didn't really take acting classes. You just fell into it. Back in those days, it was a little easier than it is today. You could just fall into a role and work for a long period of time. You were given opportunities. Today things are more complicated. They're more detailed. So you have to master your craft. You need to re-enroll in an acting class, get into some scene studies, or even if you feel like I don't even know what I'm doing, get into an acting school. The Baron Brown Studios is great. They have a 2-year program. Stella Adler has a great program. There are some wonderful acting schools that you can get back into and start getting your mojo back. Get that mojo. You got to get that mojo, and we get it by being in class, being with other actors, getting our tools sharpened, because acting is a muscle. If you don't do it, you lose it. Just like, when you go to the gym and you build up that body and you get those abs and your arms are tight and your legs look fabulous. But if you stop going for a while, you start to lose that definition. It is the same in acting. If you're not in class, if you're not taking in different classes to keep your body and your mind and your emotions going, you start to atrophy creatively. So we want to enroll in a class, get into Ivana Chubbuck's class, get into Larry Moss. Larry Moss has great online classes, and they are usually a week long, and you can either take the class and do some work, or you can come in as an observer, just be, you're just watching the class and you still learn from that, and that'll get you excited. I love Larry Moss. I love Ivana Chubbuck. I love um, Howard Fine. There are a lot of great acting teachers out there, new young ones like John Markland. There's great comedy teachers if that's your thing. Leslie Kahn is amazing with comedy. There's a lot of great classes, and because of what COVID did, COVID opened up the world to actors. No matter where you are, you can take an online class. If you're looking to do if you're looking to, well, comedy too. If you're looking to do commercials, uh, keep it real. Acting is fantastic. And I have videos that break down some of the classes, and I'll even put a list here in the description for you if you want to take some acting classes. There's great classes, great classes. So there's no reason why you can't be uh, working on your craft again, mastering it in a different way this time. Number two, you can come back to the scene rebranding yourself, reintroducing yourself to the industry. The good thing about having stepped away from acting for a period is that you are new again. You come in new again. So this is an opportunity for you to rebrand yourself in the way you would like to be. And if you are back in acting classes and you're working on scenes and you're discovering things about yourself and you go, I never thought I could play a doctor. I never thought I could, be the head of a company. Well, now you start taking those classes, right? And you're picking scenes that really accentuate what it is that you can do today, because what you could do as a teenager or as someone in your 20s or even your 30s is going to be way different to what you can do today, because now you have such much more life. When I studied with Stella Adler, one of the things she used to always say was, it takes 20 years to make an actor, because you can't be an actor if you haven't had enough life, if you haven't lived enough. And her theory was, or her belief was, that you needed to grow into being an actor. And by the time you were if you started at 20, by the time you were 40, you now were ready, because you had a sense of what was going on in the world and what you could bring. And so you are ready. I am telling you, you are seasoned. So here is an opportunity to rebrand yourself like a boss. Get new headshots. Find out who the fabulous photographers out there. And again, if you are interested, I have a list that I can share with you. Just, put it in the comments. You want the list, I'll get it to you. You create a reel. So if you're back in class, you're taking classes, find some of those actors in there who are really good, who will work with you on doing a couple of scenes. So in a reel, you only want to have about 3 scenes. And you want to keep them short, that they're no more than a minute, because casting isn't really going to watch too much, but it gives them a sense of who you are now and what you do. It gives them a sense of your specialness, your uniqueness, what only you can bring to it. And then have a website so we can see everything you did in the past, because then it tells us, oh, you are a professional. You just took time off. Maybe you took time off to raise your family. Maybe you took time off to discover things about you. But have a website that gives us who you are, what you're doing now, that has your resume, your headshot. It has maybe some press of what you did in the past. And it just makes you look so much more fabulous. And make sure that there's a bio in your website. So, and then here's something you can do: create a tagline or have a mission statement of who you are now as an actor. That is so good. That is good. That is good. Let us know who you are now as an actor, what it is that you bring to the table. Number three, create your own work. If you're taking acting classes in a professional space, those actors are working, they are making money too. So find a couple of them, see who's interested in creating their own work, and maybe you guys can write something together, or find a writer who can help you write that one person show, help you produce that web series. Get yourself back on stage. Maybe you want to produce your own play. Maybe it's a one act. It doesn't have to be, a 3 act play, but get on there and start doing your stuff so you can let people know, hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm ready. I am full of vim and vigor. I am ready to kick butt. So create your own work. Um, this is something I do all the time, which is number 4, mentor and collaborate. I take on young interns all the time because they keep me snappy. They let me know what's going on. They keep me young, and I learned this from my mentor Hal Jackson, my papa. He always had young people with him. He always had they were in their teens, they were in their 20s, but who were being scrappy. So you can find some interns, maybe some of your friends, young children who are going to college or just getting out of high school, and they need an internship. You can help them, give them information about the business, and at the same time they can help you by giving you information on technology. And it is wonderful. You'll be shocked how much it reignites your love for the work because you're sharing it with people. I drive my interns crazy because I start talking to them. I love acting. I love this business. I love being an artist. And so I'm always downloading into them. Okay, and this is what you got to do. And this is what you got to do. And it's just a wonderful it's just a wonderful back and forth that you are giving and you are getting. I have one young man right now. I love him, George. He's adorable, and he's always giving me technical things about film and the ratio of this and that. I'm like, all right, I'm with you, brother. Let's go. Let's do this. And then I have another young lady who I work with, who she is always showing me how to do things faster and easier, and it makes my life so much more fun. I love it. I love it. But what I do bring, and I would say for you to bring, is bring adventure to the table. You want to be open to things. I'm always taking classes. Right now, I am taking about 7 classes to keep me sharp. And what I love in these classes is I'm not the smartest one in the room. I was always the smartest one in the room leading everybody. And now, over 50, I'm not the smart one. I am learning from all these young people, and it is super exciting. It keeps me going. My brain is firing off. The synapses are going. It is amazing. Connect with young people, mentor them, collaborate with them. They've got great visions. If you have an intern who's a young filmmaker, he's going to bring a lot, or she's going to bring a lot to the party for you. It is so crucial. I cannot stress enough. Connecting with young people, so crucial. It will change your life and your career. Number 5, get technology savvy. Be savvy with technical things. Start learning. Learn about self-taping. Hire somebody who can teach you. Get a younger actor who is always doing self-tapes. And if you're taking a class, all those young kids in there, they know how to do self-tapes. So you pay them, $50, $100. Say, hey, can you come? Can you show me how to do the self-tapes? And now you're on your way. Zoom acting classes. Take acting classes on Zoom, because then that'll teach you how to work on camera through Zoom when you have an audition or a callback. It really does help you a lot. um, work on your social media skills. Have a young person who's teaching you. You know, find somebody's kid who's always up in Instagram or TikTok, and get some stuff, and then find a platform that you feel comfortable with, and you start putting stuff up about yourself in it. You are never too old to trend or to be found. You that ageism stuff is all nonsense. So you can do this. I'm telling you, you can do this. The next thing I want to encourage you in is to join an actor community. There's a lot of stuff online you can do. I'm actually going to start an actor community to support actors. So if you're interested, let me know. It's going to be starting soon. And where in my community, it is all about helping the actor move forward with your dreams and your goals, and to, you know, find resources to get you up and at 'em, so that you're not waiting for anything. And as an older actor, I can tell you, I ain't got no time to wait. I have no time to wait. I'm not waiting for nobody. I am moving because I got things to do. So connect with an acting group that is supportive. There's a lot of them out there, but find the one that really is supportive, where you can grow, or start your own acting group, you know, and invite older actors to come and be with you, and do what, you know, and move your ball forward. So, number 7, update your material. Get that resume, that old resume, and update it. You know, film new scenes, like I said before. Find some scenes that really fit you today, that you are confident with. You go, oh man, I can nail that judge. I can nail that head of the hospital, and do it. I am a big fan of K dramas, and there are some K dramas that I look at. I go, you know what? I can translate into that scene in English, and I can nail it out the park. And what I love about K dramas, let me tell you, the people over 40 in K dramas, they are superstars. They work all the time. If there is ageism, I don't see it, because they have a lot of K dramas where older people are the leads. So that might be something for you to check out. Go look at K dramas. Netflix has a bunch of them. Hulu has some. There's a app called Viki that has a bunch of K dramas. I love K dramas. Oh my God, love them, love them, love them. And it keeps me, again, that's something that keeps me going, because I got to read it, right? I have to read the subtitles. I don't like dubbing. I want to hear their authentic voices, because it lets me know how they're feeling. Somebody dubbing something, I lose it. You lose stuff in the translation. So, or maybe you're into French or Italian or Spanish. Start watching those telenovelas, you know, to get you back. And maybe you see a scene that you go, wow, I could do that scene. I could do that scene, and transcribe it, redo it. Find an actor who will do the scene with you. But update your material. You want to be current. Yes, you want to be current too. So I'm just saying to you, keep going, keep going. And the next thing I want to tell you is to focus on legacy roles. We don't hear this enough, because you're not just an actor, you're a storyteller with a life lived, right? You have lived. So explore roles that have depth, that are flawed heroes, that are leaders, that are change makers. Again, it is looking at what it is that you want to emphasize in your career. Okay, I want to do these types of roles. I want to be doing this kind of acting. There are a lot of great movies and TV shows where you can get a scene and then you do it, so that people can see you have depth. You can do this part. It is important for you to do your homework as an older actor, to look at at television shows and movies and go, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to do a role like that. Reimagine it, rewrite it, make it yours. You are an actor. Be imaginative, be creative, make your work, do it. Number 9, mindset mastery. You gotta start refueling yourself, your mental self, with um, new things, encouraging things, instead of your narrative being, oh, I'm done with, I'm not good. No, I am continuing to blossom. I am in my next chapter. uh, Start doing visualizations and affirmations. Get into manifestation. There's so much stuff happening on YouTube with manifestation and affirmation and visualization to start um, recalibrating your mindset, to reignite it in a different way. Start thinking like a winner and not like a you're done. I'm done. That's it. No more. No, you're a winner. Winners keep going. They keep going even when it's uncomfortable. As we get older, sometimes we just want to be comfortable. And I'm telling you, get out of being comfortable. Make yourself uncomfortable. Get into a new class where they're all young kids and you feel intimidated. Now get in there and kick butt and show them what you got. Don't be playing. Don't be getting, well, it's too much. No, it's not too much. You get in there and you do it. I'm telling you, you can do it because I've done it and I am doing it. So you get in there and you do it. Number 10 is put the joy back in your journey. See it as an adventure. It is an adventure. It's an adventure. It is an adventure. It's not hard work. It's not, a drudgery. It is an adventure. You are privileged to be able to act. Get out there and do it. Everybody can act. And when you start acting like it's over and there's nothing for you, you are spitting in God's face. He gave you a gift and you are like, I can't do it anymore. No, don't be like that guy in the parable. There's a parable in the Bible that talks about God giving 3 people talents, and one, he gave one 10, one 5, and one 1. And the one that had the 10 and the one that had the 5, they doubled their talents. But the one that had one talent, they dug it into the ground. They put it in the ground. And when the guy who gave them the talents comes back and says, okay, what did you do? He says, well, I doubled it. And the other one says, well, I hid it because I knew you were a hard boss and I didn't want to mess with it. So the one that got the 1 ended up going to prison because he did not take advantage of making something out of the 1. And I'm saying to you, as an older actor, it is your job to start taking advantage of the gift and the talent that you have. You are seasoned. It is just a matter of dusting yourself off, getting back into acting classes, put the camera on, start working on it. You have so much to offer, but if you think you're done, the world misses out. And why? Why are you gonna miss out? So put that joy back in. Start taking dancing classes. Take a singing class. Do something fun. Give yourself a bigger runway. Just because you are over 40 or over 50 or over 60 or 70, it doesn't mean you can't do it. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Acting requires every age. Every age. You bring good stuff to the table. You bring life. You bring heartbreak. You bring resilience. You bring wisdom. And that's what the industry is starving for. You have lived, and that's your superpower. So bring it. So rewrite your narrative. Rewrite it. Rewrite who you want to be. You have not missed your shot. You just haven't aimed for it yet because you thought it was too late. And I'm here to tell you it is not too late. Work on your tools, work on your mindset, build your community, take action. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. You have not passed your prime. You are stepping into your legacy. Now let's go and light this place up because you're a superstar. Time for your comeback. Time for your comeback, people. It is time for your comeback. Come back. Let's go. Let's go. Let us go.